We're talking about how Jimmy and Steph Curry were the ones holding it down for this change of the guard thing. But first, like you said, props to the Heat. Me and you both had the Heat coming out the East at the beginning of the playoffs. It was never a doubt to me. But what can I say? Ime Udoka, he flipped the switch for Boston.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't. They just played a good series. Jimmy played a freaking phenomenal series, even though they lost. Jimmy outplayed Jason Tatum the whole time, but Boston's whole team effort outperformed Miami when it mattered most. And both the guy that me and you both said was the sneakiest pickup in the offseason was Kyle Lowry, and he was injured, and it showed. It showed he never fully recovered.
And I appreciate what we got from Oladipo, and I said that. I said if we can get about 70-80% of what Oladipo used to be, that'll be good, and it's pretty much what we got.
Yeah.
For what he's worth, like I said, I would re-sign him. I would bring him back.
Absolutely.
And I'd bring the whole band back. Unless somebody like a DeAndre Ayton is on the market, then I'm considering making some moves because the rumblings are there are some disconnects going on over there in good old Phoenix. I've also heard that the Miami Heat are being linked to Spider Mitchell.
I have heard on Facebook today that the Miami Heat are also linked to Bradley Beal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to that because I think you possibly could move Jimmy to the 3.
Yeah.
I think you could, and now you're talking about Lowry, Beal, and Butler. Lowry, Butler, Beal, Bam, and I guess Dedmon for now, unless we find another. I do think we need to get another center.
Yeah.
We need somebody to back up Dedmon. We need somebody reliable, consistent. Like, we must do that because against Boston, I would really say that's the one upper hand they had was bigs because Bam could only do so much, but Bam's a true 4.
He is a true 4.
Bam is not a 5. And Boston had 2 pretty solid between Tice and Williams. Mm-hmm. Both of those cats, really good big men. Williams, way to battle back after the knee injury.
Yeah, man.
I think you had a shoulder injury. Like, Williams played his tail off. Both Williamses for the Celtics played their tails off. So let's get into this NBA Finals, man. Let's talk about it.
Man.
We got the Golden State Warriors. We got the Boston Celtics. Like I said, you got the young guns versus the old heads who already been there before, done that, got the T-shirt, got the trophy, got the MVPs.
Once again, Golden State is back up, bro. To see them come from that down season when Curry was hurt, Clay was hurt, Kevin Durant was gone, Draymond was the only one that was pretty much healthy, and then he got hurt all the way till now. They really retooled and revamped.
Not to mention to a point where they were in the play-in game.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we are, and all of a sudden this team has found a way to get back into the finals with a retooled roster, a great combination of old and young talent. Not to mention that Gary Payton actually may be coming back to play.
That's beautiful.
In game 1.
I'm a fan.
And Marcus Smart is already looking like he's playing game 1. Big Williams is available. They may monitor his minutes, but they're gonna need him because if not, man, Draymond gonna kill Tice. He gonna kill him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He gonna kill him. But let's talk about this. So let's of both teams, give me your one X factor for this series.
My X factor on both teams or just one?
Just one.
Okay.
Or if you want to play that role, you can. I'm whatever, however you feel.
I'll say the X factor for the Boston Celtics is Marcus Smart.
Okay.
And not so much on what he provides, but his scoring at this point, anything over 9 points is just extra because he does so much on D. If Marcus Smart can come out and average 16, 17 points a game, you will definitely take that every single night.
I can't tell you how many times I was frustrated when I watched Marcus Smart get a wide open 3 and I was like, he gonna hit this out.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you, look, this is how I view Marcus Smart, and you're gonna probably agree with this. When we used to go indoor and be hooping and whatnot, that one dude that we know just cannot shoot. All of a sudden, he just stroking.
Yeah, he catches fire. Yeah.
And you're like, bruh, that's Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
From three. Inside game, I'm not gonna knock that man. That man has got a solid inside game, but we talking about the 3 ball. He shoots a better 3 ball than Russell Westbrook.
That's not saying a lot, but yeah, that's true.
But, so for me, my X factor for the entire finals is Andrew Wiggins.
Very nice. I was gonna go with Jordan Poole for the Warriors.
It's Andrew Wiggins because I look at both these rosters across the board, and I think the player with the most to gain is Andrew Wiggins. And I say that because Andrew Wiggins is essentially rebuilding his legacy from what it was
Yes, he is.
to the dumpster fire it became in Minnesota to him now being in the finals.
Let this be a lesson to y'all that Minnesota ruins players. Okay, Andrew Wiggins, people forget, was that dude in college. He was that dude in college. And they kind of just, I guess you would say, overhyped him to be like, oh, he's going to be the savior of Minnesota. And I mean, it didn't work out that way. But not everything works out that way, and not everybody is meant to be the face of a franchise. Andrew Wiggins wasn't meant to be the face of Minnesota, but he has found a home in Golden State.
Without question. And he made it to the finals before his teammate Cat.
Yeah. Not only that, he made the All-Star team too, and he started.
Yeah. Like, so that's why I say that, because I'm like, I'm looking at the matchups and I'm like, if anybody can give a guy like a Jaylen Brown a little bit of trouble, it's probably going to be Wiggins.
He can give Tatum some trouble too because he's long enough.
He can, but also I do think he's giving up some in the strength battle because I do think Tatum is stronger. But if he's smart, keyword, no pun intended on the market smart, but if he's smart, I think he can keep Tatum at bay. Tatum's still going to get his, but if he can take advantage of Tatum when Tatum hits his little slumps,
yeah,
because he's notorious for these slumps. I don't know how and why they happen, but it's like either he goes off in the first half and not in the second, or he's like in the first and goes off in the second. But
yep.
I can't say that I've seen Jason Tatum put together a complete game outside of Game 7.
Yeah, not in these playoffs.
Like, in Game 7, he was better than most of his games. But Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, they were the big keys of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
In games past, games 2, 3, 4, against the Miami Heat, it was Peyton Pritchard coming out of nowhere, knocking these threes down. Like, people forget, like, look, Peyton Pritchard was a great college player.
Yes, he was.
A knockdown, lights-out shooter in college, and you got a guy like that coming off the bench. And if anything you get from him is a big deal.
Yeah.
And then you got Lil Williams coming off the bench, sometimes starting. He's a great defender, one. Mm-hmm. And I won't be surprised if he's guarding Steph and Clay throughout the series. Because I don't see Marcus Smart trying to guard Clay too much, but I could see him guarding Steph and maybe Poole.
He's definitely if Boston wants a chance to win this series, Marcus Smart is going to have to find a way to hold Steph Curry one-on-one.
I don't think that's happening.
And I don't think that's it. You know what? So with that said, let's go into the picks.
Let's do it. All right. So, you know what? I'm sticking with the old guard. I think Golden State gets him another one. I'm going Golden State in 6. I
am going Golden State in 5.
Ooh.
In 5.
Gentleman sweep, huh?
Yeah, and as much as I love Jason Tatum and I love Jaylen Brown, I don't think they should be broken up like most people said. I never thought they should be. But I don't know if the rest of the team has enough firepower. And I know that defensively they're amazing, but I mean, if nobody probably other than Damian Lillard in the NBA can get hot like Steph and Clay.
No, and you and I have talked about this.
Yeah.
And even when Steph is not, if Clay gets hot, let's not forget, we've seen these games where Clay just gets out of his damn mind.
I don't think anybody in the league can get hotter than Klay Thompson. Like,
no.
No.
Like, you know what? I won't say that. Now, I will say there's only one person who can get close, and his name is Devin Booker. Because when Booker is hot,
when Booker's on, he's on.
When Booker's on, he's on, period.
Yeah.
Like, but Steph and Clay are just on another level sometimes.
And if it happens to go 6...
You already know.
You know what I'm going with.
And he might keep Steph from getting the finals MVP still. Because mind you, that's one thing that Steph does not have. Steph still does not have a finals MVP.
Clay doesn't have one either.
But he might if it goes to 6 games and game 6 Clay is game 6 Clay. Because I think KD got 2 and then Iggy got the first.
The other one. Yep.
Yeah. So which I still think is crazy. Like that somehow, some way that you didn't give one, that Steph does not have one. But
you know what? I used to say that, and then I sat down and I saw an interview the other day where Iguodala was talking. He was talking about him and Trevor Ariza. Him and Trevor Ariza are really good friends.
Okay.
And I didn't know that, but he was telling Trevor Ariza, like, man, Steph deserved that first Finals MVP, and Trevor Ariza just went off on him on the phone. Because when you dive into advanced analytics, when Iggy was holding LeBron shot 20-something% for the series.
Damn.
And yeah, it blew my mind when I heard that. I said, wow. And he didn't guard him the first 2 games. And then they put him on him in the third game, and left him on him for the rest of the series.
Oh, in games 3, 4, and 5, the LeBron meltdown games.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't know. How about we pick who we think is going to be Finals MVP?